Hello, my name is Alexis Dossie. The topic that I have chosen to talk about today is the Wind River Indian Reservation. I would like for my audience to be able to understand a little bit more about what life is like on the Wind River Indian Reservation. One of the most famous women in American history, Sacagawea, lies buried among her people on the Wind River Indian Reservation that is located in Fort Washakie, Wyoming. It is important to learn the history of Native American reservations in order to understand some of what they went through and continue to go through today. My mother is Native American and grew up on the Wind River Indian Reservation. I am part of the last generation in our family to be an enrolled member of the Eastern Shoshone tribe. The Wind River Indian Reservation is home to many natives along with many non-natives, and most people are unaware of what it is like to live there. Today, I will be talking to you about when the Wind River Indian Reservation was established, how a reservation functions, and the tribes that live on this specific reservation. First, let's talk about the establishment of the Wind River Indian Reservation. According to the Wind River Treaty documents, the Wind River Indian Reservation was established in 1868 by the Treaty of Fort Bridger. The Treaty of Fort Bridger established the boundaries of the Wind River Reservation, and it guaranteed the tribe a long-lasting relationship with the United States. When it was first implemented, the treaty denied all other competing tribes, including the Arapahoes, any access to the reservation. The main goal that was in mind when the reservation was established was for the United States government to have more control over the Native Americans. Now that we've talked about establishment, we're going to talk about how a reservation functions. Indian reservations may be different from what they used to be, but the lifestyle for natives is still far from easy. The reservation system is set up to allow Indian tribes to govern themselves while keeping their cultural traditions. According to the Bureau of Indian Affairs, which is also known as the BIA, their job is to provide things such as healthcare and economic opportunities for Native Americans. Healthcare is provided to Native Americans on reservations through the Indian Health Services, but due to underfunding, in most cases, the IHS does not meet the health needs of its people. Another disappointing note, according to the 2003 U.S. Commission on Civil Rights, about 40% of reservation housing is considered inadequate and overcrowding is very common. Most American families take things like running water, telephones, and electricity for granted, while many families on the reservation are forced to live without these things. Every non-native should be aware of the important and almost forgotten harsh realities of living on Indian reservations. Now that we've discussed both establishment and how reservations function, now let's discuss the tribes that live on the Wind River Indian Reservation. The Wind River Indian Reservation was originally home to the Eastern Shoshone tribe, and 10 years later, the once prohibited Northern Arapaho tribe was temporarily moved onto the reservation. They were welcomed by Chief Washakie, who is the head of the Eastern Shoshone tribe. The Eastern Shoshone tribe has a rich history in which they traveled throughout 16 states, all the way from central Wyoming to the west coast. The Northern Arapaho tribe is only one of the 4 groups of Arapaho tribes that were originally from the headwaters of the Arkansas and Platte rivers, before ending up on the Wind River Reservation. Despite the fact that they don't always get along, both the Eastern Shoshone and Northern Arapaho tribes continue to share among their own people their cultures and traditions through many things such as storytelling, songs, and dances. The Wind River Reservation was provided to the tribes in order to keep their cultures safe, and it is not fair for non-native people to invade their land and take it as if it is their own. But according to the 2010 census, about 15,000 of the 26,490 people that live on the Wind River Reservation are non-natives. In conclusion, you have learned about the Wind River Indian Reservation and how the tribes live there today. Being able to understand and hopefully sympathize with the lifestyle and functions of not only the Wind River Reservation, but all Indian reservations is an important lesson that everyone should learn. I have explained to you when the Wind River Indian Reservation was established, how a reservation functions, and what tribes live on the reservation. I hope that you have all learned something by listening to my speech and that it has interested you enough that you want to continue to learn. Hoer Sekir de Deje Hatoba de Regwa Roe, which in Shoshone means thank you for allowing me to talk with you.